Welcome to UI 7 Newsbreak. I'm Kyle Breitbarth.
And I'm Darshan Patel. Our journalism class will be bringing you a series of newscasts throughout the semester, primarily focusing on campus in the Champaign-Urbana region.
The University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign is back in full swing for another semester. The quad is full of people relaxing and taking early study breaks. The buses are running and intersections are busy, and just like last year, the alma mater is still under repair. Philanthropies are already pushing for donations like this one for refugees in Korea. Even some religious sermons are taking place here early on. Everyone looks ready to take on another semester here at U of I.
You might have seen these men around the quad. They're from Gideon's International, and their job is simple: distribute hundreds of Bibles throughout the day. The local chapter stops by campus once a year on its college tour. Although many students weren't interested, the group managed to hand out more than 8,000 Bibles, all in a span of 3 hours.
When the Huffington Post made a list of the 10 worst dorms in America back in 2011, the University of Illinois took home the number 1, 5, and 6 spot, unfortunately. However, the U of I is trying to do something about it, updating to the times, taking down the old dorms, and starting to build new ones. They're busier than ever on the quote-unquote six-pack dorm area here at the University of Illinois. The older dorms are being torn down to make way for new ones. R.A. Malik Varupanavar talks about the old dorms' reputation.
The old ones were pretty bad, or the old ones that they have right now. I think they were voted the worst in the nation, so I definitely think the new ones were necessary.
The newest dorm just opened this past fall at Bousfield Hall, located on the corner of Peabody and First, and students couldn't be happier about the new luxuries that Bousfield Hall provides. Sophomore Dominic Varela talks about the difference between his old home ISR and his new home Bousfield.
They're very small and it was kind of dirty and old-fashioned. Now here at Bousfield, I'm living in a suite. It's 4 bedrooms. I have a French room, a big bathroom, and my view is the football stadium, so it's super nice. You walk in, it feels like a hotel.
The hotel seems like a fit description for Bousfield Hall with these stairs and windows. The renovations will continue and a new dorm will go up where Forbes used to be, with construction starting in spring 2014.
U of I students, watch where you park your bike. Bike booting could go into effect next year. On the U of I campus, biking to class is a common sight, so are illegally parked bikes. But the campus is cracking down on offenders. This starts with a revised bike code that could have some riders paying fines for parking in the wrong spot. Some students are welcoming the potential change.
Well, I think it's kind of good because a lot of people are actually putting bikes all over the place, and it's annoying, especially when the class is over and there are too many people in the crowd. You can't walk because of it.
Others say getting to class on time is important, even if that means finding the closest spot.
I think it makes sense why you do that to a bike, but also if students are in a rush to get to class and they park their bike wherever they can just to get to class on time, I think it should be okay.
The code hasn't been updated in decades, and if passed this fall, it would take effect in 2014.
Now on to some statewide news. Governor Pat Quinn is considering bringing in the National Guard following a mass shooting in Chicago Park last month. But this weekend, a surprising new sign of hope. A 3-year-old and 12 others were shot last month by an assault rifle. This shows how bad the city's problem with gang violence really is. But a couple of weeks ago, there's glimpse of change, and a couple of rival gangs were playing basketball together.
Work as a team, accomplish our goals, and move on. I leave all the shooting and the gang banging to the streets.
A couple of famous Chicago basketball players who have played in this event are Bull star Derrick Rose and Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas. The peace tournament is run by Father Michael Fledger.
This horrible thing of violence on Thursday, this wonderful thing of peace on Saturday.
This event comes at a rough time for Illinois politicians who are trying to solve the Chicago gang problem. Illinois' governor has talked about bringing the National Guard, while Mayor Rahm Emanuel is frustrated not being able to fix this issue. But in reality, the amount of Chicago homicides are actually down compared to last year by 21%.
Chicago's Lakeshore Drive is not usually used as a runway for planes, but had to be used for an emergency landing last week. A small plane had to land on the highway after experiencing mechanical problems over downtown Chicago. Now it was right near Buckingham Fountain where the plane hovered over traffic that was stopped near a red light.
So the whole aircraft was shaking, and it didn't go away, and it was getting worse. So I called O'Hare Tower and did a Mayday, and then I was looking for a place to land, and then I told them I'm putting it down on Lakeshore Drive. So I had to kind of go level with the light posts, and right when I got between two, I dove it down and made a perfect landing. There was no traffic.
And no one was injured in the landing. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us.
For Darshan Patel, I'm Kyle Breitbarth, and we'll see you next time here on UI 7 Newsbreak.